Yes, arafo mamu nyina kwaba. Ere wo platform yi eso host na naji. Ena woni me adi asiemu. Arafo edi na asisi sia me no mo kase enye fadi agoro e wo de sa asem no aye critical so ati ase. Ahan eyade se abrantie bi nso no ebe leak video bi efa Mahama ho ana yesa omonam airport na atin say money dashing bi yakoso abrantie ne yaso de patch ye de bro na yen sensem ni bi aso de sanso na mfa mama.
How IGP Dampare shielded wound to me from going to jail. How IGP Dampare shielded wound to me from jail. My brother, my sister, it's clear. Very clear. Now, some new information is coming out. There is one lawyer by name Martin Luther Pebbu. We know him in Ghana simply as Martin Pebbu. He's schooled in Tamale. He speaks fluent Dagbani. My brother, my sister, he speaks Ewe fluently. He speaks Ga fluently. A number of Ghanaian languages. So when he is in court, my brother, my sister, you cannot dribble him with any language. He knows his law very, very well. This is Martin Pebbu. Hey, he has split open the Pandora's box. He has split open a can of worms. He said, in the year 2022, documents came out already, and a petition was sent to the government of state. Yes, the state of Ghana, to deal with Wontumi. But some two personalities, including the President of the Republic, sat on this petition and shielded Wontumi from going to jail. My brother, my sister, to those who still don't know who this gentleman here is, come here, round the dossier and watch it. Martin Luther Pebbu is a highly prominent Ghanaian private legal practitioner, human rights advocate, and leading public commentator. He is best known for his fierce commitment to constitutional law, governance, accountability, and his landmark victories at the Supreme Court of Ghana that revolutionized the nation's criminal justice system. So he's not a lightweight lawyer. He was born on the 15th of October, 1978, 4 years behind me, right here in Ghana. He is a first-generation lawyer within his family. And he attended the University of Ghana, where he earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration alongside his undergraduate law degree. This is Martin Pebbu. He later advanced his specialization by obtaining a Master of Laws, LLM, in oil and gas law. He was officially called to the Ghanaian bar in 2007. He spent several formative years working as a senior associate lawyer with a reputable law firm, Fuga and Company. He has operated as a partner at GT Legal Africa and serves as the founding partner of Black Star Legal Services, PRUC. My brother, my sister. In 2019, he was selected by the U.S. government to participate in the prestigious International Visitor Leadership Program, IVLP, exploring international crime, counter-terrorism, and human rights frameworks. Pebbu is celebrated for successfully arguing 4 distinct milestone cases before the Supreme Court of Ghana that struck down outdated unconstitutional restrictions. He won the landmark case that abolished restrictions on bail, establishing that all criminal offenses in Ghana are legally bailable. This is Martin Pebbu. He successfully fought for a constitutional interpretation dictating that weekends and public holidays must be calculated within the maximum 48-hour statutory limit for detaining suspects before bringing them to court. And then he secured a ruling establishing that sureties, that individuals guaranteeing a suspect's appearance, can no longer be arbitrarily jailed if an accused person absconds. Finally, he helped entrench fair trial rules by enforcing that the state must provide accused persons with all evidence it intends to rely on prior to trial. This is Martin Luther, Pebbu. And on social media, TV, and even radio, my brother, my sister, he is always talking about anti-corruption. Pebbu is a fixture on prominent analytical programs like Joy News File and TV Trees. The key points, he routinely criticizes government lapses, politically motivated trials, and executive overreach across both major political regimes. He established the Juvenile Justice Project to provide free legal aid and representation to vulnerable young individuals trapped in the justice system. So you see, this man has contributed a lot to our justice system. But he walks around and you think he's a Nino. He walks around because of humility. People think that he is an unachieved lawyer. Now, in the late 2025, Pebbu made headlines following a brief, highly publicized detention after an altercation with military personnel stationed at the premises of the Office of the Special Prosecutor, the OSP. He vehemently dismissed suggestions that he was angling to take over the office. This is Martin Pebbu we are talking about. Martin Pebbu. Now, Martin Pebbu knows the law. Martin Pebbu has helped to shape our laws in Ghana via the Supreme Court and beyond. Martin Pebbu has spoken. What has Martin Pebbu said? He's talked about something very sensitive. Wontumi should have gone to jail from 2022. But the IGP at the time, George Akufu Dampari, how many of us know Dr. George Akufu Dampari? This man was the IGP at the time. We all remember him for frying buffalo. My brother, my sister, we all remember him, my brother, my sister, for standing out there on the street and directing traffic and all that. This is George Akufu Dampari. He wanted to be retained as IGP. Unfortunately for him, the new government did not think that he was strong enough to replace his deputy, Tete Christian Yohonu, COP. This is George Akufu Dampari, PhD. My brother, my sister, another person, according to Martin Luther Pebbu, who aided Dampari to shield Wontumi, is Faustina Ajewa Kodria and Dokofi. She was the CID boss in 2022, having taken over that same year. My brother, my sister, let us listen to Martin Pebbu. Right after that, we'll get to know exactly who this woman is. Watch this.
We presented our petitions against Chairman Wontumi as far back as October 2022. 2022, more than 2 years before Akufo-Addo left office. Yeah, the CID boss at that time, and Kofi, and then IGP, they were doing kukwasa, like, so to wait, delay, because of Chairman Wuntumi's influence. So you see why we had to change the MPP so that the system would work. It takes bravery, eh? It takes a lot of bravery to render this decision. We don't, so we should, look at what can be done to also show the judge appreciation. Not everybody can give such a decision, because when you go, sitting in court there and say, hey, is that the Ashanti regional minister? Listen, you see, I'm even saying minister. You see, Chairman Wontumi, at a point, they were calling what? He said he was the governor. Though there was a minister, he said he was the Ashanti governor. And you know what that meant? What I heard was very sound. Kudos to Justice Kokuvite. I'm sure she'll be one of the next candidates to go to the Court of Appeal. She's been in the High Court for long. So we hope President Mahama will look favorably on her and send her to the Court of Appeal. You see, so on the ground, he wielded a lot of power. And yet here, today, he was in the dock, and Justice Audrey Kokuvite was reading the judgment. Then I felt that, oh yes, Ghana is working again. Ghana is working again.
When Justice Audrey Kwekuvite was reading the judgment, he felt it deep inside him that Ghana is working again. In the days of Dampare, in the days of Faustina Ejewa Kodria and Kofi as the boss of the CID, in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the law was a joke. That is the inference. My brother, my sister, according to this man here called Martin Pebbu, from 2022, petitions were sent to the government.
Yes, Arafo. Yantuan seven so ever this side and family.
I was for what did you say? One who dear Kosumedia the OPK Isaka Yahaya of Nsemfie TV on a girlfriend Elsu Damoa Yamo mobile of 30,000 Ghana cedis. Say omo edi video bi ebeto abontena na eche say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on a National Security Coordinator Omudi nkomo about 150 million conversation bi asene mu party ensema ebetuto ewo mu de video no entumi anka ni ye but no mo person mo chese sika ho asema ye ka no is about 150 million omode eba betudwa yetabiri omo ade omo kogina kotoba bi high court circuit court eno na court yi ehwese oti ensem no wie ye no Wama mobile of 30,000 Ghana cedis Wonkofi na eguso eye investigation near video wi ekofa ba ya amano ayentere ha se woko online ekoso no ene se wo post video a say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama on a National Security Coordinator umudi sika bi ho nkomo eye about 150 million. Yewe ikwadwa yade airborne no se ye try convey false info to the public asema omo pese omo kano enye saa na etie nokore bia anim eno mo pese wodi kwadu ede nsemo a enye nokore etudwa eno ne yekofa omo afeidie ya mo bill 30,000 Ghana.
Yes, I don't first what you say, 100 de besim do bi ara se we share bi ma. Bye bye.